Yeah, like you say, it's an overcompensation for the symptom of what we call society. Men are a lot less likely to speak about emotions and things that may be draining them emotionally. And in my opinion, I agree with you that it's a symptom of the society that we live in. I did some time in prison, so I know the overcompensation that takes place. Like I've seen guys refuse housing because someone was already in the cell that they perceived to be a homosexual, like refusing housing, like not even wanting to be in the same place or the same space as somebody that you deemed as weak or feminine is crazy. It's crazy. Like you say, it's craziness. So what are a few things that we can do to help men to be more forthcoming with things like that when they are in pain, when they are suffering mentally, physically, emotionally, however they're suffering? What can we do to help them be more forthcoming?
I mean, I think those who are courageous enough to do so have to show up authentically in society. You know what I mean? Um, so it's like, you know, not on the street. So I used to have a whole bunch of younger brothers that I used to mentor, like on my old block. You know what I mean? I helped kind of raise them in a way and took them under my wing. And point being, like, they see, there's things that happen and I be talking to them, I'm upset, and they'll like see me cry or something. And I'm like, I'm not hiding it. I'm like, yo, I'm messed up right now. Like, I'm upset about this thing. I'm thinking of that as an example. That, we have to present ourselves authentically. You know what I mean? This is funny, but sometimes I go on these binges and I'll like take different rap groups and just listen to all their music. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to listen to Wu-Tang right now, or I'm just going to listen to this and kind of study it and re-engage it. So I was doing that with Wu-Tang specifically, and I noticed that like Ghostface has a whole lot of songs about his heart being broken and his woman cheating on him and him expressing like, is he more endowed than me, or he got more money than me? Like, is he better in bed and all this stuff? And as at this age, I'm listening to it. I'm like, wow, that's actually real brave. You know what I'm saying? That he made these songs like that, and there's not a lot of examples that we get. And I'm using Ghostface because an R&B singer will do that, right? But those
Drake will
dudes
do
are
that.
right. Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
and that's a different archetype. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Ghostface is a goon, like Ghostface. So for him
Right.
to do that, that to me is actually like the type of stuff we need. Like we need more men who are seen a certain way to be courageous enough to do things that show the range of who they are. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That they
Absolutely.
don't always got it together, that they're scared sometimes, that they feel inadequate or have felt intimidated, or guys being honest about being nervous the first time they lost their virginity, or you know what I'm saying, just all these things that like that a lot of brothers won't admit or won't talk about. You know what I mean? You know, that to me I think is what will change it, which is a lot of what we do in our group and in our work. You know what I mean? Like we hold circles, but we tell our stories as well. Like usually if I'm facilitating, if I want brothers to go into a certain space, I'm going to tell a story or something about myself that is sensitive, you know what I mean? Or that shows where I wasn't in my best presenting space. You know what I mean? There's something that some person could be embarrassed about or feel a certain way about. And I know that the only way to get other people to do that is if I do it. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So that's a big part of, I think, what's necessary, because as much as I love my father and my grandfather and my uncles and all of them, there were certain things that I remember trying to talk to them about, and they would start making jokes and like being like, take it a whole nother place.
Right.
It
Yeah.
reminded me of a conversation I had with a brother who came, and he said, he was like, in this circle, I feel like I can finally in my life finish the conversations that always get cut off in the barbershop because somebody makes a joke.
Right. Right.